When Neverness to Everness first revealed version 1.2, I think most of us expected another fun little event. Instead, they announced an entirely new RPG inside the RPG. It's called 1000 Nights, and it's honestly one of the most ambitious side modes I've seen in a gacha game. It's got its own fantasy world, classes, randomized loot, sets, bonuses, hidden stages, replayability, and even a Diablo-style gear system. And the best part, it's a permanent game mode with rewards you can actually bring back into the main game. So if you're wondering exactly how it works, here's everything we learned from the version 1.2 livestream. At its core, 1000 Nights is a tabletop RPG that's woven directly into 1.2's story. Instead of simply playing through another mission, the appraiser and friends literally become characters inside a fantasy tabletop game. The entire adventure takes place on the Warren continent, a completely separate fantasy world generated by an anomaly. Everything from the environments to the enemies is designed to feel like you're stepping into a completely different game. Your journey begins in Fuzzy Village, home to a race of adorable little creatures called the Fuzzies. Unfortunately, they've also got a dragon problem, so naturally, your party's goal is to help defend the village and eventually slay the Crimson Dragon threatening the continent. The Warren continent isn't just one map. Throughout the adventure, you'll travel across multiple regions, each with its own monsters and visual style. You'll start on open grasslands before eventually making your way through volcanic regions, frozen ice fields, lakes, and wetlands. Each area introduces stronger enemies and prepares you for the final destination, the Dragon Keep. That's where the Crimson Dragon awaits as the mode's ultimate boss. As you explore, your 4-person party, including the Appraiser, Mint, Iroi, and Shinku, each takes on their own class. Defeating monsters earns experience, allowing everybody to level up and steadily increase their combat power. Enemies also drop equipment, consumables, and valuable resources that can be traded at shops throughout your adventure. So progression isn't about gaining levels, it's also about building stronger characters through gear, and that's where things really get interesting. The developers weren't exaggerating because the gear system is surprisingly deep. There are 7 equipment slots, each with different rarities and class restrictions. But unlike most RPG events, every piece of equipment has randomized stats. Weapons and armor can even roll random bonus properties. Sometimes you'll get extra stats, other times you'll discover entirely new passive effects. But the catch is that you don't immediately know what you found. Instead, the gear has to be appraised before its true stats are actually revealed. It's a mechanic that should feel very similar to anyone who's played action RPGs like Diablo. Finding loot is only half the excitement, discovering whether it's actually good is the other. And yes, there are set bonuses. Collect enough pieces from the same armor set and you'll unlock additional stat boosts and unique passive abilities. But there's an even rarer category beyond normal equipment called accessories. And these aren't just stronger pieces of gear. Some come with completely unique effects that can dramatically change how your build plays. The developers didn't spoil every accessory effect, which makes discovering them for yourself part of the fun. Managing your equipment also comes with a small twist. You can't freely swap gear anywhere, but instead you'll have to visit either a camp or one of the bonfires scattered throughout the continent. These act as safe zones where you can recover stamina, change equipment, appraise new gear, trade with the mysterious Fuzz Merchant, and even chat with NPCs. As you continue exploring, you'll also encounter side quests, hidden stage, and optional areas with exclusive rewards. So taking time to explore will really pay off. One feature I absolutely am in love with is that your gears aren't just numbers or stats, it's visual. Whenever you equip new armor, your character model changes immediately. So if you find an amazing helmet, you'll actually wear the helmet. If you find better gloves, you'll actually be wearing the gloves. So that means you're constantly balancing between strong stats and looking cool. Thankfully, they said that you don't always have to choose between the two. I think one of the most surprising things is that this isn't a limited time event. The developers confirmed that 1000 Nights is permanent. You can save your progress whenever you want and come back later. Even better, after you clear the mode for the first time, it becomes fully replayable. Future runs unlock entirely new regions, additional quests, and higher tier gear that wasn't available during your first playthrough. So instead of being a one and done experience, it's designed to reward repeated runs over time. Everything you do inside the tabletop RPG earns a currency called mystery buttons. These can be spent in a permanent event shop that's accessible at any time. And this is where things get really exciting because the armor you've been collecting inside the RPG can actually become wearable outfits back in Heathrow. So your fantasy adventures don't stay locked inside the minigame, you can bring its cosmetics rewards back to the main world. Just keep in mind that while individual armor pieces can be mixed and matched in the mode, once they're converted into outfits for Heathrow, they'll be worn as complete costume sets. And the customization doesn't stop there. These RPG outfits also support the new recolor system. Using dye orbs earned through the mode, you can unlock alternate color schemes that don't just change colors, they also update textures and patterns. The first wave alone includes 33 different style variations, and the developers confirmed that even more recolorable outfits are already in development for future updates. Honestly, this feels like so much more than just like another side activity and something that you can genuinely sit down and have like meaningful fun with your friends. I'm gonna assume that you can either do it with your friends or online with like, you know, other random players. If this is the direction NTE plans to take with future side content, it's really a promising sign for the game's longevity. But I'm more interested in hearing about what you think, because I'm excited for it. We could have different opinions. What's the feature you're excited most about? Being able to do it over and over, or being able to collect more outfits for the overworld? Let me know down in the comments if this breakdown helped explain how 1000 Less One Nights works. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more Neverness to Everness coverage, and I'll see you in the next one.